Hello.
Hello.
I've got Christina here with me in case you do not know who Christina is. She is the creator of the Chris McNally fan group. There she is with her shirt. She is the lead admin and big Hallmark fan just like me. And we're going to talk about this terrible whatever's going on thing here. I know there's like, it's like people have all these conspiracy things and then they think they know the truth and there's all kinds of stuff out there. I'm going to just see who's here. Let's look. I'm going to go all the way
Yeah,
back.
we're almost going on 2 years,
Yeah.
our fan group.
Yep. Deb's here. Johnson. She's saying hi. And Rona and Carrie and Tony and Martha
Hi,
and
Martha.
Connie and Kimberly. Hello, everyone.
Mavis.
Martha.
Bryson.
A lot of people. They're all just talking to each other and telling each other about the weather. I'm just waiting for people to hop on before we dive in.
Oh, it reached 90 here today. It was so sticky hot.
It was so gross at my house because of the thunderstorm. I went outside and my one side of my house, like the porch steps, it's wooden, was actually slick, like you could slide on out. It
We
was
didn't
gross.
even we didn't even get thunderstorms yet.
Oh,
We're supposed to be getting them at 9.
oh boy. Well, I hope it doesn't hurt your Wi-Fi. We have business to talk
Oh,
about.
Tasha Bowden's on here. Wow. I haven't
Who is
heard
it?
from her in a while.
Where is she?
She just popped on and said hi.
Oh, I'm trying to
Cindy.
Bryce. I'm just looking. Oh, I see Tasha. Hi, Tasha. I'm here too. Hi, hi, hi.
I got
Ooh, hello.
I got
Hello from the Blue Ridge Mountains of
my
Virginia.
cup from Tia.
Tia. I should
I
have got
miss her.
I know I love her. I have this. Not for nothing in case anybody doesn't realize, but Tia Gonzalez was a big, hearty fan, my goodness, and such a wonderful human being and very generous. And I had her on a few times when we would do some fun stuff. And I was at school when her friend, because she was had a chain when I got the news that she had passed away. I remember I was sitting in my chair crying because I have a chair.
I
Like,
know, and you called me, and I was
yeah,
crying. I was like,
yeah,
and then Anita just passed away
yeah.
unexpectedly. That was
Yeah,
horrible.
I know. We've had some friends that left us too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We had a storm last night. Everyone's still talking about oh, they like your cup.
Oh,
I know. I got
compliments of Tia.
yeah.
She sent it to me.
She had a pillow made for me of my crush.
Mm,
Peter
yes,
Believe.
you and Kathy.
Yeah, we had to open it. Okay, Cindy says, Roxanne, before we start, I took you up on your recommendations of Republic of Doyle, and I really
Mm.
like it. Yes, don't get me started because it's my newest obsession.
Well, I know, and I've been watching it too. Although I'm a little slow because it's
Okay,
summer and
see,
I'm not having enough time to sit down and watch. But
right. I was watching
mm,
myself the other day for whatever reason, and I was like, I'm always like moving around. That's how I am in the classroom. I looked ridiculous, like I needed a sedative or something. Like something in my drink to calm myself down. I hope I don't jump around again. Okay. What else? I have watched the first 5 episodes so far. So good. Thank you, Nikki. It gets so good. Season 1 is great. I thought season 3 and 4 were fabulous. 5 is over like 16 episodes. It's like 2 different stories in one. And then
I'm on
season 6.
2.
Oh my God. It's all so good. But here's one of the best things that I loved. They always have a star guest every
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
And they bring them back. They're very consistent. And you will see so many actors that you recognize from other shows, and a lot of Hallmark actors are on there. And it's because it was from 2010 to 20, I don't know, it was 6 years they filmed. And it's so cute to see them. You're like, I know that one, I know that one. So it's pretty cool. I don't know what's happening to my Facebook. I,
Tasha, yeah, because I've been wanting to know. I haven't seen her on for a while. So
yeah.
she said something happened to her Facebook.
Okay, I'm looking. Everybody's got it. And good people. I just love it. Keep going back to my Instagram account because that's where I'm posting as much as I can about it. And I plan on recapping the seasons and having the guests on, as many as I can, from the Republic of Doyle. But anyway, back to this. So I hopped on the Doyle train years ago. I have seen the whole series twice. Oh, twice?
Oh,
Oh, really, Rona? Well, I'm on my third time.
oh my
So
goodness.
definitely a newbie to the Republic of Doyle. It's okay. It's excellent. It's just so much fun. The banter, the things they say is great. But okay, so let's talk about this issue that we are having with Instagram and Facebook, because they're connected, and even YouTube. And I don't know, the teacher in me wants to like give a lesson. You're going to have to share your story about what happened with the Chris McNally stuff too, but before I get started, and then other people, if you want to let us know what's going on in your comments, because we all have Instagram accounts dedicated, so let me get back to this thing here. So we forget in social media, and nobody wants to hear this, you will hate me for it, and I'm going to use the word hate because everybody's very passionate about this topic, but it's the law and it's the truth. Okay, so most of what is we're out there, when we go and grab a photograph from wherever we get it from, Google it, I don't care, wherever your photos are coming from, Pinterest, whatever it is, or we take clips of movies or whatever, all of that is illegally done because it is the intellectual property of someone else. We have no rights to use any of it. None, not any one iota of anything. So I know inside our private groups, a lot of us will tag where we think the source is from. Just because it's a private group, we're paying homage. We're not out there making any money off of it or whatever. And it's private, right? Just us. We could still get caught on that. They could come in because if it's like a photograph. So let me back up. So intellectual property is like a patent, something like an invention that gets patented, right? Okay. And we can infringe upon the patent, but we don't, because that's not what social media does. There's also brand names and logos. And like my name, everything about Hallmark, if they wanted to, I have that Hallmark attached to it. And if I didn't represent them in a certain way, or they even figured it out or had the time to even care about it, I could very much get sued. Any of us can, for having the Hallmark in its name. If it's a fan account, when you say it's like Chris McNally fan group, that's a different story because you're adding fan group to it. So that's different. It wouldn't fall under like a brand or a logo for that one.
Yeah, but they still said that I was impersonating him.
I know, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
And then something like your copyright stuff that's copyrighted are things like photographs, drawings, something you've written. That's where copyright infringement comes. And then there's another category that's like trade secrets, but we're not even going to get into that because it has nothing to do with any of us here. You might in your workplace, but not here.
That's another story.
Yes, that's a different story itself. So we are, myself included, we all have come across copyright infringement. So a quick story of my own. I put up predictions. This was a couple of years ago when I first started out, predictions for the next season of When Calls the Heart. And there is soap trend, which no one should click on. Nobody, but you do. You all do. I see it show up all over the place. You should never click on that because it's a load of nothing. And the only reason why I saw it or paid attention to it was the way it was titled. It was actually like verbiage that I used. And I'm like, why does that sound so much like me? And I clicked it. And it was word for word what I said. So they took what I said and she read it and showed pictures that didn't even match with anything. So I had to go through it's easier on YouTube to like say, oops, somebody has copyrighted your work. And I filled out whatever I had to fill out, and I had to send a clip, and it was a lot of work, but it's easiest. And they investigated it and they shut it down. They took it off, not after it had many, many views. But anyway, that was because it was actually my work. It was me talking and they took my stuff, right? Okay, so this is what we do all the time. There is someone, I will not say their name, and I will say this, I sound very hostile, but this person I've had to deal with before irks the life out of me because she gets all bent out of shape when she thinks someone has taken her work and put it wherever and used it, when she actually is actually copying someone else's. She'll take clips from shows, movies, series and movies. She'll take photographs and then do all this stuff and then put her watermark on it. You cannot put your watermark on your edit because it wasn't yours. Did you take that picture and snap it and take it? Did you take the video? No. So the reason why I'm saying all this is that when
Right.
some ridiculous, disgruntled, maybe emotionally struggling human being decides to get revenge or whatever and starts reporting all these accounts to people, Instagram's not going to actually do anything unless it's done multiple times, because I have reported, I don't know about you, but haven't you reported fake accounts to Facebook and whatever? Then I get the review that
nothing
says,
gets done.
yes, we looked at it and nothing's going to happen, when you flat out know it's a fake account or something's wrong, right? So what happens?
I've done it, and they've told me there's nothing wrong with this account.
Yes, exactly.
They flat out tell you there's nothing. We don't see no problems with this account.
Right. So what happens is you need a campaign or you need a team that gets together and you're all constantly reporting the same thing over and over and over. Like, let's say some account that's called the when calls the Hearties of Hartville, I don't know. And a team of people are constantly reporting it. It would not get shut down if there was nothing on there but ourselves talking. But because we use material from the show, then then that's when Instagram's going to look at it. It's clear in their terms and they're going to say, oh, that is, copyright infringement right there. There's the intellectual property. It falls under copyrighted material,
right?
And maybe even the trademark logo, and you're done. And that's why it gets shut down. That's why they do it. They don't have time to look around and call and investigate. They're just going to, when you're on their radar and you're sending, that's why they shut it down. So that's why we have to be careful. People don't understand it. They don't get it. They get angry. And I have another theory, but Christina, let's talk about what's happened to you. Tell me
I started the Chris McNally fan group on Instagram, and it had over 1,000 followers. And one day I happened to get on there. I have 2 accounts on there. I have a personal account and I had the Chris McNally fan group.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got on there and it said that it was having difficulty, that, we are shutting this down. And it said, do you want to fight this? And I clicked yes. And they said, give us your reasons for fighting this. And they said that I was impersonating. The reasons for getting my Instagram account was I was impersonating the actor. And I said several times, I am not impersonating the actor. I said, clearly in the title, it says fan group. I said, it is a fan group that we put together and just to promote and, the actor. I said, is all I'm doing. Basically, these When Calls a Heart, Luca Beth, all these When Calls a Heart Instagram sites, all they're doing is just basically promoting the show. And I'm promoting Chris McNally and everything that he does. And I was like, I told him, I said, I'm not impersonating him. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not messaging anybody and saying, buy this or buy that or whatever. And I'm not saying that I'm Chris McNally.
Do you remember the first time that it happened? We were looking in the comments and I screenshot it. I have it saved, but I didn't have time to pull it out of the file. And there were 2 women that were talking to each other in the comments saying,
yes, they were Nathan fans.
They even used bad words.
Yeah. They did.
Right. And that we'll get her shut down. And they said her. So they very well knew that who you were, and it went back and forth. And then you did get the account back, but then it got shut down again.
Yeah, I got it back like 3 times. It happened 3 times. I had it back. It was good to go for like 2 days, 3 days, said that it was recovered. And then like the second day I got the same crap again. I had to sit there and put my phone number in. I had to put my password in, and they said, okay, your Instagram account is recovered. And then when I was on there, I wasn't even allowed to like a whole bunch of stuff. Every time I liked, like hearted something,
Mhm.
it like a thing would pop up and said that I was limited.
Mhm.
I was limited to how many likes I could do and how many people I could follow. And I was like, why? This is, yeah, because I had it as a business account,
Yeah.
you know?
Right. So
Um,
do I. No, no. Yeah. Do I have mine as a business account? I don't remember if I did
well,
this or
I
not.
did. I had it as a business account. So I was like, why am I limited to like how many followers
Mhm.
I can have?
It
And
wasn't. It wasn't easy, was it? You had to
no,
fill out
and
a bunch
then
of stuff.
that completely got shut down. So then I started a new one called the Chris McNally Fan Group.
Mhm.
Had
Mhm.
that going for like 4 months. It was good. It was strong. I was starting to get followers again, and I was real confident about it. And same thing happened.
And
They
again.
sent me the same thing saying that it was going to be suspended because I was impersonating, the actor.
Yeah.
And I said, again,
So it's and I wanted to speak. I'm going to take Deb. I'm taking your thing off because I don't want people to pop in and think I have something to say about that. And I'm not saying that this is just true to I want to take that off because I don't want anybody to get in a tizzy. Let me take that off for a minute and I'll put that back up. I wanted to talk about the ease, how it's not easy, right? There's not like there's a person you can call. There used to be, but there isn't anymore. And it's like a form you have to fill out. It has suddenly become much more difficult to do. And one of the things that I wanted to point out was I found that they made it so difficult because they want you to buy their blue check mark.
yeah,
It's
that's
for-
what I'm guessing. That's
yeah,
what me and you came up with that because
yes.
I was like, too many Instagram accounts are getting shut down. And I think they're doing this purposely because they want people to pay for that blue check, which is what Suspenders Unbuttoned did.
I
They
have it too. Yeah, I have it too.
yeah, they also got shut down. And she told me specifically, she's like, we're gonna pay for
Right.
the
And
blue check.
we'll talk
That,
about the individual accounts.
yeah,
I did. I was like, let me do an experiment here. I have 5 accounts. I don't even have, I mean, for different things, they're all different. Some don't even have my name nor my picture on them at all. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to get verified my own personal account, which says Roxanne Durensis, which some people follow.
yeah, you can't get a blue check on a fan group.
Right. So I got the blue check and I wanted to see what the difference was. Now, what the difference is for anybody else who's paying, you have to purchase it for $14.99. If you have it, you know what I'm talking about. It is much easier to communicate with them. It is very easy to communicate with them and fill out whatever you need or to say whatever you need. If you have a question, it is really easy. So I feel like that's like something that Instagram is doing. It's almost like it's and it's a gimmick. Nikki, it is 14.99 a month.
Mhm.
14.99 a month for 12 months. so yeah, add it up. So our now hobby is costing us money, right?
Yeah.
Now, getting back to this, when you do want to turn in an account, it's not easy and they usually don't pay attention to you. That's why you need like a group to do this. And we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about that and what they're finding. So I wanted to go back to Deb Johnson's comment, who said, my theory, disgruntled Team Nathan fans striking out to shut everything down. So I wanted to speak to that. When you say, I'm not sure, Deb, what you mean by disgruntled Team Nathan fans, I think, in my opinion, if you're going to say that, it has to be the fans that just don't like When Calls the Heart in general anymore. It's not, oh, because they were that old, ridiculous Team Nathan, Team Lucas thing, because they, like over here, where is it? Let me see this one. Even the Suspenders Unbuttoned
Yeah.
Are shutting here. This is the one I wanted to show. Lillian says even Kevin's fan group, Suspenders Unbuttoned, got shut down, and I think it's
Yeah.
a Brazilian team Jack people who are doing this. Yeah. So some people are saying that it's a team of people. From what I've gathered, it is Jack lovers from Brazil. I think the notion that it's disgruntled Nathan fans is quite absurd. Yes, Emily, that's why I hurried up and I took Deb's thing down, because I didn't want anybody to take it the wrong way.
Yeah, because from what I'm understanding, it's everybody. Even Nathan fans are getting their Instagram shut down. So
It's not just Lucas and Nathan type things. It
no,
is the I even the on Instagram, even the real official group was
yeah,
shut down itself. That is why they put a post up, and that's why I shared it too. Um, we do have Nathan fans here, and we talk to each other, and it's not us. This is happening, right, Jennifer? I hope you're hearing us. No, 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 no. We know, you're.
no,
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
It's
we know
everybody.
because I talked to Suspenders Unbuttoned, and
Yeah,
it happened to them, and she said it
Sarah
happened to
and yeah.
a lot of Nathan fans too.
But it's not just that. I mean, it's all of it. Like when the official fan group is shut down, you know that there is a problem.
Oh yeah, somebody's
Right.
definitely targeting.
Who it is, I don't know, but it has to be yeah, it has to be definitely a number of people that have band together, because if it's even one person, even one disgruntled person could not do it, because it takes too much for Instagram to pay attention.
Oh yeah,
So they
because I've tried to report Chris McNally fakes all over Instagram and even on Facebook. There's so many of them, and I can't get them shut down.
We are not forgetting. See, this is why I want people to start with your chats. I hope you're paying attention. We're not saying it's any specific group.
Mm-mm,
This is
no,
people in the chat. I am not, because it's not true. I'm telling you, I've already done my research. I actually talked to people on the phone, and it is all of When Calls the Heart. Like I said
yeah,
before, When Calls the Heart, the official fan page, is even in trouble. In trouble meaning, things being
yeah.
removed.
Brian Bird made a post about it.
Yes. And
Mhm.
so now back to this. Here's my point. So doesn't matter who it is. Let's just go there. I don't care if it's one person with superhuman powers, which we know it's not. If it's a group, I'm not even going to point out names and say it's Brazil, I'm not going to say any of that stuff, because I have a ton of people from Brazil on my Rosemary and Lee fan page, and they would be devastated to hear if we were
Right,
saying
and Chris McNally fans too. I
yes,
mean,
right. So I'm not even pointing that finger. You know what the
we don't
thing
know who
is?
it is.
I don't care who it is. Some people think they know, but I'm telling you, Instagram would not let that out. Not to us, not to the average person. Maybe if Hallmark, or not even Hallmark, because I don't even think they would care and want to get involved, but someone like Brian Bird and the people that are for When Calls the Heart, the producers, that if they wanted to go and investigate, they would know. They would be privy to that information. My point is, how in the world, why would they even get to shut it down? Sorry, I got such a tickle in my throat. And I'm trying to tell you how. It's not just like, oh, you're impersonating someone. It's not that. It's more than that. It has to do with, like I was saying earlier, we, myself included, are towing the line here. Some of us are blatantly doing copyright infringement, but many of us, and trademark on logo, don't even realize it. A lot of us, not me, but a lot of people are growing up with the notion that I can grab it. I have to teach this to my students. I can grab it off of Google, or some people have equipment where they can actually go and slide down and record. Okay, I am not going to say names, but I'm going to say something. There is a clip of Chris McNally in a Christmas movie, and he plays an elf. You know what that is, right? Okay. And people took pieces of that and made a little video of it. It's straight up recorded. It's gorgeous, whatever equipment they have. And then they added whatever they wanted, like little sparkles or
Yes.
little words on, and then put their watermark on it. That is straight up breaking the law.
Yeah.
So there is a what is it called? Use. What the heck is that word? I can't even think, one out of my head in my passion to explain what's going on. I can't even think of what the word is. Use. Help me out. Put it in there. Put it in the, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, the Fair Act, use Fair Act, whatever. Figure it out. Put it in the comments for me. My brain's like, so that's not permission. That's actually like a defense. That's like if I do something, right? And then they call me out on it and they're going to say, you know, you had copyright infringement or you're using the logo incorrectly, blah, blah, blah. I can only do that if, and this is when it comes to defense, if I'm critiquing something, if I'm using it as an educational tool, not because I want to make an edit and tell a little story. I cannot do that. None of us can. So there's a lot of stuff that we do when we're promoting and we're excited to promote. And I am sure a lot of times Hallmark loves that. They don't care, right? And the producers of When Calls the Heart, they love it because we're helping promote. They are behind us. However, Instagram does not know that. So when someone in a group is calling their attention and they see it, that's what they see. And that is why it gets shut down. You got to go to the reason why that's important. What's this?
Oh, Sarah and Julie's on.
Yeah, I knew they'd be listening. My brain goes, they are just greedy. They get a lot of money from advertisers, but apparently that's not enough. Oh, Jan, like wanting the $14.99 a month, right?
Yeah.
Are there no way we can find out who's leading this? Oh, I'm sure there are people that have connections, like I said, but that would be like the powers that be, not the average us. Janine got some messages on her story in the comments about Brian Bird and Jeanette being blocked on all platforms. They won't be able to prosecute them. Fair use. Yes, Emily. Thank you. I love you, Emily. I couldn't find my words and you're the best. Thank you. Let's see. What are my friends here saying? Hi, popping in on the account on our fan group backup account. It was taken down for impersonation. Yeah. Even with the only original content. So definitely more layers than just copyright. Yes, this is true. But this is why though, I can look at your accounts, all of your accounts, including my own. I am not saying that I am not above this because we promote. And this is why when Instagram has someone alerting them, you know, whoever's in this campaign together, whoever it might be, whatever. And if you're on here, you need therapy. Watch them come attack my job, but that's okay. So they need some therapy if they're going to just take the joy away from people and you're not doing anything wrong. I'm just going here. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to do this. And this has nothing even to do with When Calls the Heart. This is a lovely still shot that someone sent to me about the first kiss of these characters in a show that's not even When Calls the Heart, right? And just using that photo alone, unless I had permission, is copyright infringement. And it's on my page. And I am just promoting this. It's their first kiss. And I'm telling everybody to watch the show. And I added something at the top. It's copyright infringement right there. Here, I took the posters of When Calls the Heart and put it on here. Copyright infringement. Because I don't have the rights to any of that.
Right.
Yep. All of that is. Yep. Look here. This is straight off of Hallmark's thing. I put this up. This is theirs. Has Hallmark at the top, but I'm showing it. If they don't want me to, there you go. So believe it or not, all of that. And then when people take clips too. Yeah. People are saying hi to you, to the suspenders peeps. We're just trying to have fun. You are correct. On this account, it was literally a post of Kevin on our podcast and a video he personally sent. Yep. We are experimenting and not posting.
Right.
Good. Yep. It's terrible. It is just terrible stuff. Jennifer saying we're trying to have fun and in this weary world. We absolutely are. So I don't know if there's a happy answer. There is no happy answer. You pay $14.99.
I gave up on
to be able to communicate.
I gave up on the Chris McNally fan group, and it was a shame because Chris McNally actually acknowledged the group, which I was so excited for. He hashtagged us, you know, and he thanked us for the Wagmore fundraiser um, on the Chris McNally fan group. And now it's like,
Gone. We can't get to
yeah,
see it.
um,
Julie, I'm going to read. I'm trying to let me go back. Let me do it from this and then the next one. On this account, which is your other account you did, it was literally posts of Kevin on our podcast in a video he personally sent. We were experimenting and not posting. Yep. But it still went down. Ridiculous.
yeah,
So Deb Johnson, there is no solution. Is that what she said? Um, I think not. I really don't think there is a solution.
yeah,
And I think it's hi Sarah. I don't think there is a solution. I think that um it's almost like greed. I know it's like a twofold here. We're looking at one, people that are just jerks and want to do this, right? And then the only reason why they are able to is because they're together and they are in a group and they're drawing the attention of it to Instagram. And Instagram, they don't really check things. They don't check things. I mean, we send stuff, right, that flat out we know is a fake account. People asking for money. People have fallen for this, right? We flat
yeah.
out tell them, we show them, and the account still gets to stay up. And then because that's only like me or five or four other people, they don't really investigate. But then when the only way they catch you is when you get on and we've got all this lovely, beautiful stuff that we're putting on our edits and our promoting. And that's how they say, oop, copyright infringement or logo or whatever. Oop, shut it down. What do they care? Here's what they say. They rather shut it down than have to go have Hallmark or some production company come and do a lawsuit thing for, which would be ridiculous, but it could. And they rather shut it down and they're like, they can start from scratch again. There's no skin off their nose, I guess.
I don't think I'm going to start up another. People have been asking me, are you going to start up another fan group on Instagram? And I said, I don't think so. If I do, I might even just like use the initials CMFG and,
Still, people will
but
come and
still,
come for
yes,
you. They're going to
yes,
see what we post, and that's going to be the
they
same
will.
crapola. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. This is a good question, Emily. Emily says, Roxanne, do you think Jeanette and Hallmark Media Legal and Star Watch Byline will have any luck? Yes. This is where I was saying we won't know that. We need someone like Hallmark Media Legal to get involved. That's
Mhm.
when the issue happens. I mean,
Yeah.
that's when it'll override the issues that are happening. Yes, us, no, but someone like that, when they start stepping in, it's just like when I just said now they shut down an account because they don't want Hallmark Media Legal to step in and say, stop these accounts, shut them down. Instead, they're going to be stepping in and saying, let them be. Yes.
Even the actors themselves cannot even get the fake accounts of themselves shut down.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact because of some people I've talked to, and they've even tried,
Yeah.
and they can't.
This is important. Thank you for posting this because it was something in my notes and I forgot. That's why I love that you're on the chat. It's all AI. You are right. There are not many humans' eyes looking at anything because once upon a time you could call. Oh my goodness. The first time I ever got on Instagram, I cannot tell you how long ago it was, but I had a theater in town, in our town, a town theater, and something was posted of our kiddos that was up, and somebody took it and did something to it and then posted it up somewhere else. And I flipped a wig because we had, of course, permission for all the kids to be recorded and whatnot, but it was mean and it was ridiculous. So I actually called and talked to a human being, but we're talking about like 2011, maybe. Like, Instagram was a whole different beast then. And that's why it threw me when a couple weeks ago I was sort of my account was suspended. And it came up and it told me it was suspended because, and this is something I want to share because I don't want anybody to fall, I don't want anybody to have this happen to you. When it looked like Instagram was actually contacting me, but it was my account was already taken over, and a false thing came up that was telling me to change my password. And I knew if
Yes,
I did, that person would steal my password and that would be done.
Yeah.
So I let it sit on purpose, hoping they would get tired of it. There was even a thing where you could click, and if it wasn't, this is how I knew it wasn't true. You could click, you forgot your password,
Yes.
and then they would send you something to your email that's online on file.
Mhm.
It would show up and then pop away. It wouldn't let me fully click it. So I just let it ride for a couple of weeks, and then I went back in and I was able to fix it all up. It was a real pain in my neck. But in the meantime, when that happened, I cannot tell you, it my one Instagram account is connected to one of my pages on Facebook. So it's the Everything Hallmark on Facebook and the Everything About Hallmark on Instagram. When that was going on, I got all of these requests, and I'm looking, I'm like, who are these people? I'm not talking one or two or three, like 25 in a day. And I just screenshot them because I got rid of them all, saying, has your account been hacked, or you need recovery? We do recovery. We do that. And I was like, what? And then when I went onto IG, I found they were all there too. So had I used them and fallen for that, I really would have lost my account.
And see, that's what happened to me in the first time on Chris McNally fan group. It happened to me. I remember I told you, I said, I think I got hacked. I said, because I put in my password and it wasn't working. It said that my password wasn't working. And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, I'm locked out of it. Somebody went in there and changed my password.
Yeah. Emily says Kevin McGarrett can't get Facebook to take down all the fake accounts. It's true. Nikki, didn't
Yeah.
Brian Bird? Yeah, he did. He posted about this and saying about how Hallmark Media Legal getting involved. Yes, he did. Yes, Nikki, he did. And Jeanette posted something, and I reposted it. What she was saying and explaining, I did the same thing. I put it up on mine. What's in it? It's really a shame that some people feel they have to mess with accounts, and a shame that there isn't more accountability. You are correct. Because you know why there isn't accountability? Because they took the human factor out of it. It's a machine that is just programmed to say, okay, I got this. I'm just making this up. Let's say it's programmed that if you got, I don't know, 15 people, I'm making these numbers up. If you got 15 people who complain about a certain account, you let it ride, you let it go. But if it's over 15, that's when we're going to look at it. And when we're going to look at it, we're going to see if it has this, or this. And if it does, we shut it down. If it doesn't, we let it go. So it's like it's a twofold. It's a group of people banding together that are constantly reporting. It's their mission. I guess they don't work wherever they are. This is all that they do.
Well, that's just like what hackers do.
Yeah.
They sit at home all day long and they hack into people's accounts.
And then they see what we have on there, and then they're like, boom, okay. But if you think about it, then almost how many accounts are there that do that are sharing stuff that's already there that they've edited or clipping something? So many accounts do that, and there are people who love it. There are singers and actors out there who love it when they hear their music come blaring out.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Instagram, but like
that's promotion for them.
I saw Adele do a reaction video to a baby that gets put to sleep by her song. So that's a parent in the background playing her music.
Yeah.
And
even Aaron Grayco on Twitter has liked so many people's edits and has said, nice edit or something. So she's always even, some of the actors on there, they comment on it.
What about the posters and all the cool posters everybody made? Because Hallmark only made a certain amount, and Hallmark runs that. It's not When Calls the Heart that does. And Hallmark decides what posters will be for each year. And it's their promotion team that does. And I mean, I remember last year, was it what was the showrunner's name from last year? Why is his brain? There's something wrong with my brain tonight.
John Tinker?
Yes, John was on, and he was talking, and he's like, I love Hallmark. I love them. He said, but we don't always have a say in those posters, And it's true. So whatever posters they decided, And then they didn't give everybody a poster, I guess only certain cast members. So people started creating these amazing, gorgeous posters. And then people were like, got mad and said, I didn't get credit. I need my watermark. I thought, oh, please don't go there. Just make your poster and let us love it. Yeah.
Some people were saying that because it changed into Meta,
Yeah.
that ever since it changed into Meta, it's
Yes.
totally different.
It's easier. It's supposed to protect, but it's actually makes them money, makes Instagram money, cha-ching, and it makes it harder for people to defend themselves
Yeah.
because it's like black and white.
Well, I mean, look at on Twitter. They're taking the blue checks from the celebrities, and some of the celebrities are upset about it because they're like, how is our fans going to know that they're getting the real person, and not a fake?
Yes. It says, has this been happening for a long time or is it more common recent? No, it's more I mean, I think that people get their accounts shut down. I mean, and things happen. Always it's happened, but recently it's like wildfire.
Oh yeah, recently it's been happening everywhere.
And it's definitely When Calls the Heart that's seeing a lot of it, the fans from the
That
show.
seems to be targeted, yeah.
Yeah. So there, like, what is it that we could do about it? Well, we can share what happens to us with people like the main Hardy page, like Marge. Shoot Marge a message, shoot Jeanette a message, let Brian Bird know. You can also allow the publicist who is in charge of I don't want to say who it is. There's actually more than one, but there are two main people that are in charge of it and of When Calls the Heart. Let them know. I don't want to say because sometimes it shifts. I don't know who that is, but that's easy to find out. And I'll ask and let them know. And so they have more evidence. And I say this as a union person, whenever we have to go and grieve something or, stand before the board to grieve and bring someone up on charges or whatever, protect someone who's been brought up on charges. The person with the longest paper trail wins. So have a paper trail, send. That's the best thing that you can do. And then the other thing is to
we should create a hashtag that we could use on Twitter.
Cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Is there a hashtag out there to help campaign against this and bring light to it?
I don't know.
Somebody should come up with a really good one. Like, they won't win. Solidarity. I don't know. Come up with something. Hi, everyone. She's Valerie. Hi. Let's see. Ryan Pavey is constantly posting and asking people to report the frauds and telling people that he does not DM anyone and to be watchful. Hackers everywhere. It's true.
Yeah. So is Andrew Walker.
Yes. He actually just did something not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that, like, report it to people, like I just said. Then the other thing too would be just be as mindful as you can. If you got a watermark, get rid of it. Not unless you created something of a photograph that you took with your own camera. Like you didn't take I don't know. You didn't take a Florence's face off of something and put it somewhere else and add a background that's still not yours.
Sure. I mean, like if you go to the reunion and you actually take a picture of Chris McNally, that's your picture. You took it with your camera. You have the credit for that. So you can do whatever you want with that picture because you took that picture. So, but taking a picture from Hallmark channel and editing it like I do the same thing. Mm-hmm. I do too. And so many other people do too. And it's just
on that. Leave that.
I don't. Yeah, and you can't put a watermark. I can't be mad if I put it out there into the universe. Okay, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and somebody takes that and posts it and says, I did this wonderful edit. I can't be like, wait a minute, that's my edit. You could. I could be mad about it, but it's not really much I can do because it's not really mine.
Yes. Yes. And the other thing too to remember is that what gets flagged even more than a photo is the video clip or the video clips that people use.
Right.
That gets flagged more. Yeah. Yep. 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 Let's see. When calls the heart strong? That's a good one. What is the benefit of giving photo credit on our fan page content? Does it help? Okay, Jennifer, here's the benefit of that. If for some reason, um, when calls the heart producers or Hallmark wanted to come for us, and we could say, well, we were in a private group and we didn't mean any harm. We weren't selling anything. We were just having a good time. Um, I don't know. It's just in their good graces kind of thing. They could very well still say to us, yeah, no, and sue you, but really, they're really going to sue us. You know what I mean? Like,
But you
I
should
don't.
still give credit where credit is due. I
Yes,
mean, if you're taking a picture from Hallmark, by all means, we ask for you to credit Hallmark.
yes. Lots of times, like just I'm going to use this most recent example. I was given a photo to use on my thumbnail for an actor. I was promoting a movie, and they gave to me, and they also gave me the name of the photographer, which I had to put in the credits of my on my in my podcast. I had to put inside the credits who that photograph belonged to. I had to give them credit. So they sent it over to me. So it's a good thing to do that. And they told me I had to. We're
Yeah.
trying to not have to be told. We're trying to like head it off. People say, oh, it's better to say, oh, I'm sorry. Not when it comes to this stuff. It's a little, because what happens is, if for some reason, I'm going to use Bridgerton in a minute as an example, but let's say for some reason something happens. They'll see what the intent was. The intent was not to steal or do whatever. The intent was innocent and to have fun. And we were trying to give you credit. So that's why you
Mhm.
do it. Bridgerton, and I want to see some of the things that are here. Bridgerton, it's a group of, there were women. These women, they started making like a songs, and they turned it into a concert and play. But it wasn't like they weren't stealing the music. They were making their own thing, but they were using the Bridgerton name. And they were even making an album and holding concerts, right? Well, they wound up getting slammed. They had a big giant lawsuit that they had to come up against, because they were using the name, just the name, and they were making cashola off of it. So they came for that, because that's a big deal. Do you have to have a person's permission to reproduce someone's face? Yes. So I had a big Edify. I want to tell an Edify story. I had a big conversation. Oh, was it 2 years ago now? I don't know. With Elliot, who is Edify Films, and we talked about that. And he was telling me about the coloring book. And if y'all remember, they've only made one and they never made another one. And I said, Elliot, you've got different characters in there, and you don't have. He told me it was one of the hardest things or difficult things they had to make, because their face is their what's the word I'm looking for? Their face is their whatever, their trademark. My God,
Trademark.
I think I need medication tonight. Is their trademark. And he was saying that every time they made an adjustment, they'd have to get the okay of everybody. They had to write off on it. It was a lot of work. And Christina, you remember?
Yes.
Yes.
When I wanted to get the shirts okayed, I tried to locate, Chris McNally's manager. I mentioned, that I want to, try to put these on shirts, and I would not take any money. The donations, it would be going to Wagmore. And I didn't get any, response from it. But I did send Chris a shirt of,
We loved it.
and he loved it. So I don't know, but like so many,
couldn't make any money off of it. That's
right. So many people, like the logos that I do, some of them I can't make into t-shirts like this. This one here is, this one here is okay because of the face, but even still, it's still a real good liking of him. you know, and but I can't put his actual picture on there and actually, you know, try to sell them.
Emily, here's the thing. Hallmark Channel isn't upset by the free advertisement. Yeah, neither is One Calls the Heart. They say they have the best fans. You are correct.
Right.
So that's why in this case, again, you know, the Instagram, when they get that alert and somebody's drawing their attention to a certain account and they go and they look and they say, is there X, Y, and Z? Oh, there is. Well, we're going to shut them down because we don't want Crown Media coming for us in the legal department
No.
and saying, oh, no. So they just shut it down. But in this case, what's going to happen is the opposite. They are coming and they are going to say, hey, please stop doing this. You know what I mean? But they have to talk to a real person in order to do that. That's why I said, report to the publicist, report to you know, Brian Bird, report to the um the official fan group, like reach out to one of them, because the more that they can show, the better the case. Yeah. Yep. All right. And that is that we needed some understanding about what in the world is going on. How many of you here paid for the, I was going to see in the comments, how many of you have an account on Instagram and you paid for the protection, the $14.99 protection? I have a blue check mark. I got one.
Not me. Oh, I didn't know that. You did?
Yeah. Yeah. I have one.
Oh,
Star
you're fancy.
So it's only my personal account. I did it as an experiment because I couldn't reach and was trying to figure out how I could. And I wanted to see if it would be better. And it is very easy, but I have nothing to complain about. So I don't need to use it, but I was fooling around playing with it. Emily says Star Watch Byline is sending a list of removed accounts to Hallmark. Yep. Yes, they are. Thank you. That's a good thing. Reach out to them because they're going to send it on to Hallmark. It's the Crown Media Legal, and then they're going from there. Good job. It's not just Star Watch Byline though. Who else? There's another media. I don't remember who it is. I thought I saw another one besides them.
I don't know.
Christina, remember when I asked you about a calendar with Chris's photos? Yep.
Yeah,
We
can't
do.
do it.
Yeah, we cannot do it. None of that stuff. I know.
Mm-mm.
And you're probably wondering, like, there are people that do it. And they haven't got caught. Like they sell their own merch, they open up their When Calls the Heart shops and stores,
Mm.
and all of it is illegal. The only merchandise that you can really get for When Calls the Heart is through Edify. Oh, going back to something that I wanted to tell you about Elliot. I think it was last year when the what was it that came out? I think it was the blooper reel or the cut scenes. That's what it was. Some people bought the DVDs or the whatever, and they were sharing clips of it somehow. And he found those people and asked them to take it down. He said, "You do not share it," even though it was just like a tiny little clip of it. And this was just people taking their phone and recording it from the TV and sharing bits of it. And he said, no, please take it down, because that's how they make money. And I remember talking to Elliot, and he said he couldn't get caught up because I was asking him about the t-shirt and the likeness. Remember, that's where I went first. And that's how he told me about the story of the coloring book. And he said that he can't even deal with that. That to him was like a yes, of course it was illegal, but it was like a nickel dimey thing. He had bigger things that he had to pay attention to. And that was all the bootlegging, I'm going to use that word, that was going on with the videos that were being made, right? So he was constantly scoping through eBay, people were selling stuff, and he was going through YouTube channel, and
Right.
he was, going through all of that. It was a big, huge undertaking, but that's important to them. First of all, it's their work, it's their, work, it's their livelihood. And he was coming for them. He had a lot of work on his hand. Karen, hi Roxanne, thanks for doing this. Hope summer is good. Can't wait for season 10. We all can't wait for season 10. I don't, but I only comment and not create. Yeah, it's okay. All right, friends. It's a hot topic.
It is very much. Yeah.
When calls the heart strong, somebody had suggested. We really need to come up with a couple hashtags. I would like
Yeah.
that. And people talking about what's going on, like getting it out there. And they
Yeah.
already have, but even more so. And
Yeah.
you know what? Maybe someone wants to, maybe Marge is here. Maybe they have something we don't know about it. Like it should come from, I would want it to come from somebody. So even though some of us have left the main page or whatever, they're the official page. I would want it to come from them. I
Yeah.
would want them to be on board with it because they have the ear and the the cooperation and the support of Brian Bird. So I would like for them to come up with a hashtag too. And of course, we can suggest the hashtag. We can work as a team. Oh boy. Anybody have any questions? I'm sorry.
I love it.
Give our accounts
Bounce
back.
back.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
A topic for all When Calls the Heart fans. It is. And if somebody is on this page or here listening, and I'm sure you are, and you are part of that group that has a lot of time on your hands and you are sabotaging accounts, you know what? They're going to probably try to hurt my account now. But still, you stink. That's all I want to say is you're a stinker.
Yeah. Yeah, because you put a lot of hard work into, these pages. I know I did.
These are good. Don't shut us down.
No.
You did. Let's ask your husband or let's ask our families how much time we put into this stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. For free.
We're coming for you, Nikki.
Oh, that I love. This is the best. We got 3 in a row. Give us our accounts back. Don't shut us down. We're coming for you. Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. I love them all. Yeah. All right, friends. Okay. Let's see. Sarah left us a while back. She had to go put her babies to bed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that.
I know. Okay. All right. Emily, plagiarism. Oh, we were talking about all the different infringements. All right. Okay, friends. I don't see anything else. Bring back. Oh, I love Kathy that you're here. Kathy, this is going to be part of our topic when I do my next When Calls the Heart predictions for season 10, and just from what we've gotten promos and stuff. It was going to be this Wednesday, but it can't be because that's our anniversary thing we're doing for Chris McNally. So our fan group. So it's the next Wednesday. And Kathy wants to bring back the soul patch.
The soul patch.
Remember? Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's
I know
funny.
a guy in Brooklyn. Oh,
I know.
Lily.
Oh, jeez.
These are so fabulous. I love them. Oh, these are so great. All right, friends. I'm having a hot flash now. I'm having a moment today.
Right for my IG account. Yes. I'm telling you, we need to come up with some really good hashtags and just use the heck out of them. And hopefully,
Yeah, the good and the bad of social media. But you know what else? Bring back the soul patch when you bring back the wig. No, we got rid of the wig. Yeah. Yes, and someone in Chicago. I'm sure you do. Just like I know someone in Jersey and Hamilton, especially. My gosh.
I know someone in Ohio.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Yeah, that's it. This is a good one. Definitely, we'll have to keep in touch with each other. All right, my friends, we are going to say good night. Unless someone has a question, I'm going to say good night. What do you?
And then we're supposed to meet up with you in August, Roxanne, me and Chris.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I know. For those of you that are Chris McNally fans, so I always host a Hearties Christmas party in Christmas in July, and that's filled. That's done into capacity. But then we're going to host a Chris McNally fan meetup, and the admins will actually be together. We're so excited. I know. I can't wait. We'll be posting more about that coming up. I keep telling Ro, it's a power surge, not a hot flash. Oh God, it really is. Kind of messed up my brain today too. Dear Lord.
I don't know. I get plenty hot flashes.
You do, so do I. It's terrible, right?
Yes.
It's terrible. All right, we digress. Okay, good night, everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.